What's up guys, I'm back with another stamp design video, and this time we're going to be talking about the Zen Gator. Gators are really cool. I love the animal, I love reptiles in general, but particularly alligators and crocodiles. And so when they offered me this job, I was really excited, and I basically already had in my mind what I wanted to draw. The trick was to get from my head into pixels. So let's go ahead and watch the workflow video and see how I did that. So here I start off with, I always try to make kind of the Zen shape. It's tapered at the top and it gets big and clumpy down at the bottom, so that when you flip that to the other side, it basically makes the yin-yang shape. And one thing I have to point out here, you can see how many times I messed up there. I redrew those lines on his back a whole bunch of times, because getting those lines right, getting the grid right to describe the basic shapes of the alligator, that's what you attach your scales to when you draw. And if you mess that base grid up, the scales won't look right and the gator won't have believable form. It won't look like he actually has volume. It'll just look like a 2D sketch rather than like a 3D animal. So after we get those lines right, then you go ahead and put some of the detail in, flip it over, and then see what it looks like. The head ended up not looking right because it was kind of at a weird angle. And so you can see here I made kind of like a rough form of a new head, and then added, after the base form was done, I added details to fill out the head. And one thing to note here, the alligator's teeth are on the outside of his mouth, and that's more of a crocodile thing, but I'm hoping nobody calls me on that. I just like the way it looks to have the teeth on the outside. They like that concept, so now we're on to the inking phase. One thing I've been trying to do more is have larger blocks of color to help establish that this gator is the blue one and this gator is the red one, or whatever foil choices they use when they stamp them. So what I did was I started with a solid blue shape and then started removing the details I wanted instead of drawing in blue, and adding the details I wanted. And here we are drawing more scales. Again, the scales are going to make or break the design, so you really got to make sure you got them right. So I laid out a bunch of little grids to help make sure the scales were in the right place. They were getting smaller as they receded into the distance and that kind of stuff. And that's all I have. Take that drawing into Illustrator, vectorize it, and send it off. I put a lot of work into this Zen Gator stamp. I like how it turned out, and I really hope you guys do too. Thanks a lot. Until next time.